Welcome to Kiss the Reviews. I'm Armando. That's Corey. And today we're doing 1988's Brain Damage. And if you want to follow the show, you could follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Kiss the Reviews. And as always, if you want to come over and join the Patreon crew, and we have a couple of different tiers to join. It's only a couple of bucks for the lowest tier. You get the movie clips along with some pre-show stuff. Us just joking around and goofing around, maybe talking about the movie we're about to review for a little bit. Some little inside jokes there, but you also get some exclusive offers on Patreon. For our tier 3 subscribers, they get exclusive stickers, mini prints, coffee mugs, t-shirts, all of that stuff.
Low grade feet, cricket legs, frogs dissected by 8th graders. We got it all.
We got it all. Pig fetus.
Ew, too far, dude. Too far.
No, sorry.
Not in today's political climate, guy. Especially with you in Florida. Like, you're getting swatted right now.
You were correct.
Let's get into the cast of 1988's Brain Damage. This film stars Rick Hearst as Brian, Gordon MacDonald as Mike, Jennifer Lowry as Barbara, and John Zacherle, as the voice of Aylmer.
I don't know.
And apparently the voice of Seymour, Little Shop of Horrors.
This is the start of your new life, Brian.
I got a question for you before we get into unraveling this heroin addict's dream.
Have we reached the point now where YouTube won't demonetize us? Like their channel guides are 5 minutes in. Are we good?
I don't know.
This is fucking awful.
This is a terrible movie.
And don't pull the Return of the Living Dead bullshit you did on us, where you're like, you don't understand what a horror comedy. No, I get it. Okay, guy, I get it. Poorly executed.
100%. So question for you. Have you seen this before this viewing?
Okay, no, I typically watch film.
And I do this a lot.
I watch film, thank you.
I've never seen this movie. I think I have heard of it. Never seen it though. So this is my first time viewing. And gotta say, listen, you and I are fans of comedy. We're fans of horror. We're fans of horror comedy. Mm-hmm. Tucker and Dale, and that one is just the first one that pops into my head. But there's a number of horror comedies that have been executed properly.
Little Cherry Under the 5th Street Bridge does a set every Tuesday night for it's like 5 minutes. Dude, she's funny as shit.
Hell yes.
Different horror?
Different horror.
Fuck.
There's ways, depending on what you're into, there's ways of executing this type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The horror pieces of this and the screaming of it all. Like the audio is almost clipping in these goddamn scream scenes. And they're annoying. It's not horror, scream. It's not that. It's more annoying than the chick in Jaws losing her shit every 5 seconds.
I don't know about all that, man. That fucking white woman talking is just too much.
I say we just jump right into this and unpack this fever dream that was an hour and 20 some odd minutes. So this movie opens with a couple trying to feed, I don't know, monkey brains, dog brains, the dogs and the cat brains to their pet named Aylmer.
They didn't look Haitian.
No, they looked white.
They looked like the colonizers that made it Haitian.
So when they go to the bathtub that's filled with water, they find that this Aylmer character is not in the bathtub. So they freak out and they destroy their apartment looking for it. And the old lady, and this is what I'm talking about here with the screams, The old lady screaming multiple times here is literally, I was trying to think of the most annoying thing that was more annoying than this, and I couldn't find the closest thing I could find. Like, this old lady here is more annoying than watching a JoJo Siwa interview.
Right? That'll do it to you.
Yes, I agree with all of that. If you want to see JoJo Siwa get tortured for like 6 weeks straight, she was on some boot camp show where they like put her through like army special ops training. It's fucking hilarious.
Some of the most respected people in the world have come up to me and been like, what you're doing right now is so right.
We cut to Brian here. It's Brian and Barbara. Brian's in bed. He feels like shit. He can't go to this concert with Barbara, so he has his shiny-lipped brother, Mike, go with her. And while they're gone, Brian wakes up with blood all over his sheets and something going on the back of his neck. And we get some really strange scenes here of Mike getting covered in like the blue liquid they use at the barbershop. And then Mike goes into the bathroom to check out this hole in the back of his neck. And he gets a visit by Aylmer, the parasite thing.
Howdy. I'm a talking worm with blue eyes. Nice to meet you.
Now apparently he's chosen Brian as like his new host.
If you want to have made this a true horror comedy, it should have been like the WB Frog. That would have been amazing, and it just made him racist, super fucking racist.
Oh, it made him see all the colors.
From now on, your life will take on a whole new light.
So we have this conversation between Brian and Aylmer parasite, and he tells Brian that this is the start of a new life, a life filled with colors, music, and euphoria.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure this is the same speech you get when somebody gives you heroin for the first time.
Well, my first question was like, colors? Because I've been seeing colors and hearing music my whole life. I'm pretty good.
Listen, at the end of the day,
and I've seen the show Euphoria. I don't want to live in that world.
No, I'll say this. If, the little parasite like pierces my freaking spine, brain, and
medulla oblongata,
juices it with its blue barbershop fluid and, gets me like all like, ooh, yeah. I want to hear like it should have been Pink Floyd with like the 70s. Like we've made fun of 70s movies that have like all this like weird shit going on in the background and the colors and, almost cartoonish, right? That's what I would like to see. Like everything turns into a cartoon, not everything turns into a negative. Like it looked like a film negative that they were just like, yeah, colors and things. We're just going to shoot a film negative and we're going to put this on camera. I'm like, whatever this is, it sucks. The music is not good.
No, it's a fucking generic synthesizer. I'm good, dude. I can get that anywhere. I'll download that today.
Exactly.
Generic synthesizer for free.
I want a little mustache and overalls, and I want to be Mario. If you're going to give me synth music, give me the Nintendo Mario synth music, and now I'm in a video game, and that's what my life looks like. I'll do that every day of the week. This bullshit, not for me.
We low-key look like a clean-shaven Mario and Luigi.
Oh, 100%.
I'm a Luigi. Couldn't tell. See, I can do it. I could be as racist as Chris Pratt was.
100%.
Fuck yeah. That'd be amazing.
And I definitely, if you give me a mustache, I look like Captain Lou Albano. That's fine. I went old school with that one.
Yeah, you did. Couple rubber bands in your nose. You're the shit.
That's it.
Yeah, dude. Like when he starts doing this, I'm like, okay, colors and synth music. neato, I guess. And then he like looks at the car with the broken windshield and it like all the glass start. And I'm like, okay, here it comes. Like he's going to have a superpower, right? He's going to fix this car up.
Yeah.
And then it's ready to go. And that makes it look, no. He just makes all the glass shards shiny and all the same fucking color. You couldn't even distinguish different colors in that bitch. The lights on you can buy like a USB string of lights.
Yeah.
That will flash different colors.
Yes.
For $5 or like 5 and below.
Just give me the Leonardo DiCaprio scene in The Beach. Where he's like, give me that. Where the fuck is that? No, you literally just gave me like bullshit. We are only allowed. Listen, you had a $900,000 budget for this thing. I'm pretty sure you could have done better than these colors, right? Where it's just one color. But dude, I digress.
I'd have blew some smoke in that worm's face and been like, yeah, but have you tried weed? That's kind of cool too.
Yeah, it makes you giggle. And it doesn't take you to this weird fucking goddamn hellscape that I'm in. But
no, worst case scenario, you're going to do a bad YouTube show with your friend.
Exactly. Make a couple of bad decisions. That's all. But we cut to the junkyard. He gets in there. He's like, oh my God, a junkyard. It literally looks like a junkyard. Just if you just took the photo negative of a junkyard, that's what it looks like. And he gets caught by the guard, who, by the way, is dressed like a 1930s sailor for some reason. Like,
and his only word is asshole.
Freeze, asshole! Shut the fuck up, asshole.
I pride myself on cursing correctly. And so when he's like, freeze, asshole, okay, don't move, asshole. It's like, dude, you got to mix up your cursing. It's too many assholes. You got to mix it up. Unless you genuinely think this guy's name is asshole.
Well, have you seen him? It might be.
Should be.
So he gets caught by this bodyguard, and then Aylmer jumps out and like sticks to his forehead, eats his brain. And then Barbara comes over for a date with Mike, or a date with Brian, rather. Mm-hmm. And Mike answers the door. He tells Barbara that Brian is getting really weird. He's deadbolted his bedroom. He's deadbolted the bathroom doors. And he's also screaming with enjoyment in the bathtub, like a 5-year-old playing with like the little like battleship in the fucking bathtub.
He pulled an Eddie Murphy. He made a shit in the tub.
And then a big brown shark came.
They go out on this date, right? To this, apparently it's an Italian place. And Brian basically
how would you know Mexican? That's a joke from Patreon, guys. Join to find out why.
That's right. So Brian here basically tells Barbara that he needs some time alone. And after seeing brains pulsating in his pasta, he leaves her at the restaurant. And Aylmer then gives Brian here another fix. And he goes into this punk club where he meets a big-breasted blonde woman. And when they go out back, she goes down on Brian, but instead of the D, Aylmer jumps out of Brian's pants, eats her brain from inside her mouth, and then Brian gets rid of his bloody underwear behind his apartment complex.
This was
so
graphic.
It's super graphic.
And I don't mean in the Terrifier way where like we're seeing guts fall out.
Yeah.
This girl is literally pulling a brown bunny and deep throating this cock alien worm thing.
Yes.
For a long time on film.
It's an uncomfortable amount of time. Like you're gonna suck this blue parasite in this guy's fucking jeans.
Like this poor actress took away from this film a reel of her sucking a worm off.
I think
that's the amount of screen time she really has. And if I'm Brian in this situation, and because I know the worm's like, I'm going to tell you what to think and feel from now on. And it's like, I was married to you once, bitch. Get the fuck away. But at the same time, it's like, yo, I just pulled Tawny Katayan 5 minutes after being in this punk club and dancing like I just did.
Yes.
let me get some brain. You know what I'm saying?
That's
you can
it.
wait a second, Aylmer, Elmer, whatever the fuck your name is. You can wait a hot minute. Let me get mine, and then you can go to town.
That's the thing here, and this is what upsets me. Is to your point. Listen, I get it. The colors and the music and euphoria and all. Yeah, I got it, guy. Can I drop a load? If you're gonna cock block me every time like something like this happens, just let me get mine, and then you do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Like, you're a selfish ass parasite, and I don't fucking appreciate it.
No, like the second she's done and starts like talking, kill her.
Right? That'll do it to you.
The minute you hear me go, I'm good. it's on you now.
Yeah.
Show's yours. But this is where he takes off his underwear like by the garbage cans in the back alley of his apartment complex. And so he's like asshole naked with just like a suit jacket on.
Corey's life lessons.
Hi, kids. Uncle Corey here. If you wake up in the morning with bloody underwear and you don't remember what happened, I don't even know what to tell you to do. That's terrible. That's terrible. Call the police.
Call the
immediately.
cops. Call the cops.
That's a terrible situation. Find out how close you were to a Catholic church.
Call the cops.
I don't know what to tell you.
Call Space Force. Call whatever. Call the authorities just in general. Call your local librarian. Just somebody with like a title. They need to be at your place inspecting your underwear and your nether regions.
And I know a lot of guys would be like, oh no, I'm embarrassed because stepbro may have raped me in my sleep. And I'm like, fuck that. I want ambulance, fire trucks,
Yes.
police. I want a news crew here. I need everybody in the world to be on the lookout for this chloroforming rapist.
Yes. 100%. 100%.
Bill Cosby was last night.
So this is where the old man from the beginning finds Brian and gives him the background. So we get the plot dump here, right?
Mhm.
And we get the whole background to Aylmer. And Brian just apparently just knocks the old man down and he runs away back to his apartment and he packs his shit.
I'm sorry, the backstory. I think this is an important backstory, though, to the plot of the movie, because the old man is like, no, like, Aylmer was brought up by Clive Davis, and then he found this artist named Sean Combs, and now we're just leaving white boys bloody underpants, and they don't remember what happened, but they get a record deal somehow. Like, this whole plot is very intricate.
Yeah,
it's important.
It really is. And Aylmer don't give a fuck about your bank account. He will make you go on Amazon and buy 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Like that will happen. Just FYI. So if you're thinking this is a good idea, wait until you got a closet full of fucking baby oil and the feds are knocking down your door.
What do you think? He's dropping that blue goo dry? No.
You were right.
So Brian here goes back to his apartment. He packs his shit to leave. Mike, his brother, in his tighty whities, then confronts him, but Brian just bounces, saying that he has to take control of Aylmer. And this is where Brian goes to like this shitbag motel where he and Aylmer discuss what's been going on and who he's killed. And Brian vows not to use Aylmer's juice. And he starts going through withdrawals while Aylmer mocks him from like the dirty like sink where people wash their dick.
The use of juice was off-putting.
You were correct.
There's no joke. That was just off-putting.
It was absolutely off-putting.
They say it way too much. Give me your juice. Please, Aylmer, give me your juice. Oh, I need your juice, please. Just a little bit of it. You'll be begging me for my juice soon enough.
You liking the juice?
Corey's life lessons.
Hi, addicts. Uncle Corey here. If your decision or the way you're going to decide to kick the habit is to just lock yourself in a hotel room, cool. Don't do that in a hotel where you can readily find every single drug on the planet.
Yes, absolutely.
Go somewhere else, man. This is bad.
Well, and this is where we get the one, like Brian starts to hallucinate, and like he's like pulling the brains out of his ears like a magician with like multicolored scarves. And then he goes to like the shared showered bathroom area in the motel
and finds the dad from the Wanderers.
He finds the big buff guy who, by the way, you'd think using the term juice, the word juicier, is a little off-putting. Don't do that for you.
Don't do that, it's not good for you.
Hi, everybody who's ever stayed or will ever. I don't even know if these places exist anymore, but these dirty, like, shithouse motels with a whole shared, like, locker room shower area. It will include gyms here, okay? You're big buff dude with a Freddie Mercury mustache. Good on you. You take care of yourself, guy. You're showering and a dude walks in. Don't make eye contact. B, this guy's trying to carry on a full-on conversation with Brian here. We don't talk. You face the wall that way. I'll face the wall this way. We wash ourselves and we get the fuck out. This is why I don't shower at gyms anymore. Okay? There's too many naked dudes putting their junk in my face wanting to have a conversation. I'm over it, guy. Just let me get my shit and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, first off, being the body type that Brian has here too.
Yes.
Drugs or not, this is the exact reaction we all have when we have to shower next to somebody that looks like that fucking guy. Just,
exactly.
Like, you want me to get naked in front of that? No.
This guy's got
fucking way.
This guy's got a fucking weasel in between his legs.
He's taking a cold shower and that thing's still banging against his fucking top of his knee. Are you out of your mind?
It looks like I'm showering next to a human tripod. Dude, this motherfucker.
But no way. No way. I walk in looking like I just fucking programmed the new iPad. And this guy looks like he's fucking Conan the Barbarian. No way.
Brian, apparently, so Aylmer comes, he's on Brian's back or whatever, and he comes off and he goes slithering through. And even Aylmer's like, yeah, I'm not fucking with this guy. Like, this guy's too big. He's going to squish me. So.
Well, he tried to get in that ass, but his cheeks were way too tight.
Yeah, they were.
He's like, and he just gave up. He's like, fuck, I'm exhausted.
Instead, he goes into like the bathroom stall and finds a more, we'll call him a more meek guy. And he goes in, eats this dude's brain. Brian freaks out as, Aylmer attacks this dude taking a shit. And then Brian goes back to his apartment to crash. This is where he hears his brother Mike and Barbara banging. So Aylmer gives Brian his juice here. And Brian tells Mike and Barbara that they have to leave when he gets back because Aylmer needs to eat and he doesn't want them to get hurt.
If I'm Brian listening to my younger brother bang out my girlfriend and that's what it sounds like, I already got euphoria. I don't need the worm. I'm like, little boy, you fuck like a little boy. This was terrible. I'm on board for a good gratuitous sex scene for no reason, especially when it's dirty. Like, oh no, step bro, you stole my girlfriend, and then it turns into like a hazy threesome. I'm kind of into that, but also this was lame.
Not for me.
This is why I don't fuck white girls anymore. Just fucking boring.
So Brian leaves the apartment here. Barbara follows him onto the subway. She tries to talk to him. She goes to kiss him, and he engulfs her face as Aylmer does his thing and eats her brain. And then Brian goes back to his apartment and gets held up with a little pistola from the old couple. And then Aylmer fucks up the old lady, eats her brain. The husband tries to help her. Aylmer then eats his brain, but he's not fully dead. So Brian gets his fix from Aylmer here in the alley. And the old man gets up, grabs Aylmer, and strangles it before he dies. And then Aylmer dies too. Like,
It was that easy.
If that's how easy it was to kill him, like anybody could, you just choke the shit out of this little fucking parasite thing, and it's done. There was no like big culmination of like, oh, you got to do the thing and you got to say the magic words when there's a spell or whatever the fuck, or I don't know, take a shot of penicillin in your dick and like, and Aylmer goes away. There was none of that.
No, you don't even need a Valtrex commercial on YouTube. Throw it, YouTube. There's a lot of herpes commercials for our show. It's really insulting.
Yeah.
That being said, yeah, this was lame, to say the least.
At best.
First off, Brian, like, have some self-respect. You got held up by a 90-year-old dude with a fucking Luger. That's embarrassing.
You were correct.
To defend the old man here, him and his wife did have that look that they used to live in World War II Germany, and then they escaped to Argentina, and then now they're in America. They had that look about them, so the Luger made sense.
Totally. I'm glad you said it, because I'm sick of insulting white people all the time.
I'll take the baton on that one. So yeah, I'll defend him there. But like this ending scene, like, okay, Elmer's dead and the old couple's dead, and then Brian goes up. He takes the gun. He puts himself in the head with the Googer, and there's a crack in his head, a little window to the unknown, to the underground world, and the movie just sort of ends.
And this goes on and back and forth for 90 or so minutes until the movie just sort of ends.
This is bad. They clearly hate women and black people, because that's the only people Aylmer eats is goddamn black people and women. Yeah, dude, I don't even know what to say. Again, 80s horror comedy, not for me.
Same.
It's not for me. Whether it's Return of the Living Dead 2 or whatever the shit that punk gross turd of a movie was. This Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 or whatever the shit that was with Garbage Day. All of this stuff to me is hokey and lame.
Same.
And I am not a horror snob. If you like it, you like it. It's just not for me.
I agree with you, and we just said this. I can't remember what movie we said this on, but it was a week or two ago, or could be longer. But the comedy horror genre has gotten so much better with script writing and storytelling over the years. I think that's what turns me off to the 80s comedy horror, and even into like the early 90s. But in the 90s all the way through today, I think the writing got better, like just the scripts overall got better, the acting got better, just in general the whole genre improved. So when I see stuff like this, to your point, not for me. Like there was a lot of things that I'm like, okay, like maybe in 88 like this was hilarious, but I was just like, that I don't get it.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just bored.
Same.
I was bored. It's like, oh, okay, we're doing an allegory for drug addiction. We need an hour and a half to do this.
Ellipsis.
Like this is fuck. Yeah, exactly.
No,
Not for me. Again, if the,
no.
I'm with you. I think my problem is I didn't really start watching horror comedies until it was like Shaun of the Dead, Tucker and Dale, Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
And because of that, going back and watching these, they're not even close.
No.
Like remotely fucking close. So again, if you like it, that's fine. I'm not gonna, you're not dumb, but don't shoot yourself with a Luger at the same time. That's a very important message for you.
Yes.
But no, I'm not, it's not for me. It's not for me. I would rather, there's a 100 movies I would rather watch than ever see this again. And it also tells me I have really good taste in movies because I've never seen this before. So that tells me I knew this was going to be really bad.
Yep. Yep. No, same. So, yeah, that's all I got. You got anything else for this one?
No.
All right. Well, for Corey, I'm Armando.
Jim.
This is Kiss the Reviews. And this was 1988's Brain Damage, requested by Jim on Patreon.